Hi and Assalamualaikum. Today we are from Group 7, Section 12. We are going to present data science project and our title is Analyzing the Impact of Social Media Usage on the Mental Health in 2022. So the team has like four members. First one is Diana, next one is Husna, Mashita and lastly me, Safia. So for the contents of this lab report, we are going to present project description, problem statement, objective, solution architecture, technical tools, output, outcome and relevant information. So for the project description, this data science project aims to investigate the potential negative impacts of social media use on mental health in the year of 2022. This has become a topic of increasing concern where the primary focus will be on analyzing the correlation between the time dedicated to social media and their mental health scores obtained through surveys using different tools such as Power BI and Jupyter Notebook. So for the problem statements, in the current digital landscape of 2022, the extensive use of social media has sparked concerns regarding its potential effects on their mental well-being. As social media continues to play a crucial role in their daily lives, it is essential to explore and comprehend how they spend time on these platforms could relate to their mental health. This project focuses on analyzing two key aspects: the time invested in social media and the scores obtained from surveys assessing their mental health. The main challenge lies in understanding the intricate connection between social media usage time and the outcome of comprehensive mental health surveys. By investigating these aspects, the project aims to reveal patterns and insights that can enhance our understanding of how social media impacts the mental health in 2022.
For the objective, we have three objectives. One is to analyze the times people spend on social media platforms. Two, to explore and predict whether the individual is suffering from mental health symptoms. And three, is to examine the correlation between different levels of social media use and people's mental health in 2020. For the solution architectures, number one is data collection, number two is data cleaning, number three is data standardization, and lastly, data analysis, which is divided to three parts, which is descriptive analysis, dynasty analysis, and predictive analysis. For the technical tools is Power BI and Jupyter Notebook.
So for the output of this project, we can see for the main page is the dashboard of this analysis, which is a descriptive analysis. The topic is analyzing the impact of time spent on social media on the mental health in 2022. We collect total respondent 481 respondents, which are 218 male and 263 female. As you can see, social media platforms that we collected are Twitter, Discord, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and lastly Snapchat. So for the time spent on social media every day, we can see that the most time spent would be more than 5 hours, which is the highest. And then the second one is between 2 and 3 hours. The third one is between 3 and 4 hours. The fourth one is between 1 and 2 hours, and others which are between 4 to 5 hours and less than an hour. So for the age group, we can see that most of the age group that uses social media would be 17 to 30 years old. And then the next one is 46 to 60 years old. And then the third one is 31 to 45 years old. And then lastly, the least age group would be 5 to 16 years old. So we can see that the sum of mental health scores and time spent on social media, more than 5 hours is the highest. Time spent on social media is the highest when some of ADHD, self-esteem, depression, and anxiety scores has the highest score on more than 5 hours time spent on social media. And the least scores would be when it is less than an hour. So we can say that mental health scores and time spent on social media relates to each other in positive relationship.
So I'm going to present about diagnostic analysis between mean of mental health scores and the time spent on social media. So the data that we gain is from the survey, which is the ADHD, we have 4 questions, and anxiety, we have 2 questions, depression, we have 3 questions, and the self-esteem, we have 3 questions also. So the total question will be 12 questions. Okay, so the diagnostic analysis is that we're gonna measure the time spent on social media and also the mental health scores, which is divided into 4, which is self-esteem score, ADHD score, and depression score, and also anxiety score. So for the total score is we sum up all of the 12 questions and we form a total scores that I will explain it later. And for the means, as you can see here, for the self-esteem scores, as the time increases, which is more than 5 hours, the self-esteem score is also increases. The mean of the self-esteem scores is also increases, followed up by ADHD scores, depression scores, and also anxiety scores. And for the total scores, we can see that if the total scores, the sum of the total scores is more than 40, we can conclude that the person is having a severe mental health issues. If the total marks is below 40 marks, the person doesn't have any mental issues. So I'm going to filter up to see if there's any differences between the graph. So we can see the female also, the graph is rapidly increasing and form a positive relationship between time spent and also mean of the mental health scores. And if I filter it by, for example, university student, we also can see that the graph is also increasing between the time spent and also the score, the mean scores of a mental health. If I want to filter it by, the age group, for example, I choose 31 to 45 years old. Okay, we can see also that the graph is increasing between the time spent and also the mean of the mental health. So this is for the diagnosis. So we can conclude that the mental health score is depends on the time spent on social media and not based on the gender, occupation, or age group. Okay, I'm going to present about the diagnostic correlation. So in diagnostic correlation, we can form that we have formed the positive relationship regression, which is between the time spent, if the time spent is increases and the anxiety scores is increases. So we can see that the correlation is 0.57, which form a positive relationship regression. And same goes to the ADHD score with the value of 0.61 and self-esteem score with the value of 0.74 and the depression score is with the value of 0.51. So all of these correlation by outcome is a positive relationship regression, which is if the time spent is increasing, the mental health is also increases. And for the below graph, we can see the scatter plot between the sum of the mental health by outcome and also the time spent. Predictive analysis, we are using classification algorithm. We're using a machine language, which is Python, to form a model with Gaussian naive Bayes model and also a logistic regression model. We are actually using a Jupyter notebook to form the graph because we are unable to import it into the Power BI. However, we just screenshot the graph so you can see from the predicted values of the logistic regression model and also the GNB. I'm going to explain a little bit about GNB, which is GNB is Gaussian naive Bayes model. It's about the guessing thing based on pattern and also and predict it based on the probability. Meanwhile, for the logistic regression, it's about a binary classification by predicting the probability such as yes or no, true or false, or 0 or 1. So for the predicted value using LR, we have concluded that 40.7% have outcome for 1 and 59.3% is outcome from 0. Meanwhile, for Gaussian naive model, with accuracy of 94.48%, the outcome for 0 is 56.6% and the outcome for 1 is 43.4%. So we can conclude that person who does does not have any mental issues in the future is more than the person who have a bad mental issues.
Okay, so for the outcome and insights, the correlation regression obtained from the study is in between 0.5 to 1, which is moderately positive relationship between the time spent on social media and mental health. The count of time spent and outcome correlation score for ADHD is 0.61, for anxiety is 0.57, for depression is 0.51, and lastly for self-esteem is 0.74. This study shows that as the time spent on social media increases, the impact it has on mental health also tends to increase. Okay, so for the conclusion, this study has shed light on the intricate relationship between the amount of time spent on social media in 2022 and various mental health indicators. The findings highlight the nuanced impact of digital engagement on individuals, emphasizing the need for a holistic understanding of the dynamics between social media usage and mental well-being. The analysis has revealed both positive and negative aspects, indicating that while social media can serve as a valuable tool for connection and communication, excessive use may contribute to anxiety, self-esteem, and ADHD and depression. It is evident that a one-size-fits-all approach is insufficient in capturing the diverse experiences individuals have with social media platforms. And last but not least, for the recommendations, we have to promote digital literacy. It develop and implement educational programs that enhance digital literacy, teaching individuals to navigate social media platforms responsibly and critically. This could include understanding the impact of curated content, recognizing misinformation, and fostering a healthy balance between online and offline activities. Next, we need to regular mental health check-in. Integrate the routine mental health check-ins within social media platforms. This could involve periodically prompting users to reflect on their digital experiences and well-being, offering resources or support services when needed. And lastly, we need to encourage positive online communities. It fosters the creation of positive and supportive online communities, encourage platforms to implement policies that curb cyberbullying, harassment, and the spread of harmful content. It promotes a culture of kindness, and understanding online can contribute to a healthier digital environment. So that's all from our group. Thank you.